Are they broken? I don't think so. Have I bent all of the frame? Or is it the main shaft that's bent and it's giving me a little bit of an optical illusion? Oh God, I don't know. The motor, the housing that holds the servos at the top, it doesn't look like it's probably one of the most what's the word I'm looking for? It looks quite fragile. It can't be bent, surely not. Because I can't see any gap there. And what I mean by that is the shaft in the centre there is that's bolted to that. That's bolted to that. The servos appear to be okay. Nothing appears to have moved inside, so there's no gaps there. I'm going to say that this is an optical illusion and I haven't bent it, which is really weird because that was initially what I was going to say. My initial thoughts when this was hit into the ground was that this whole frame had bent itself in half, but I think it's okay. Yeah. Although I'm now looking at the main shaft and I think the main shaft has torqued over. Okay, let's take that out. Let's stop talking and waffling and chatting rubbish. I'm going to disconnect the motor if I can. And I can't. Can I? Yes, I can. So I've unplugged that. Let me just double check where that cable goes. I mean, one's connected, at least try and figure out that much. So that's number 3. All right, if that's number 3, then the front one there must be number 1, and that must be number 2. That's how I'm going to go with that. Disconnect that. Electrics are off. Let's get them out of the way. It brings me back to what I was mentioning earlier on, and that I have a really good habit of just about to create a sentence, and then I just bounce off into another realm. So what I was going to say earlier on is thank you to everybody that's mentioned stuff in the comments. Now, I had a guy message me the other day, and he said that there might be a unit for the T8 transmitter for the Goosky, which you might be able to use on a sim. And it's people like that, and it's other people in the comments which are kind of making me keep wanting to sort of continue, even though I keep smashing it into the ground and I keep having to buy parts, etc. But it's quite fun. I'm enjoying the process, and I know at this point here it just sort of it feels just what's the word I'm looking for? everybody says that if you learn to fly a helicopter and you keep crashing, you start to get a little bit disheartened, and then a lot of people will then begin to stop. Not want to pursue flying this hobby, and want to spend all the money on repairs. And I see a comment the other day that someone had said that it's partly this reason why they stopped flying helicopters and they got into flying aeroplanes. Because I'm guessing flying an aeroplane is slightly easier than trying to balance this thing in the sky. I'm enjoying the process of learning and creating these videos. Let me get this shaft out of here, because I just, for whatever reason, I think I've bent the whole frame. Right, let's do that. Okay, screw is there. Take that out. Sorry if you keep waffling. Okay. Right, let me keep that there so I don't lose it. Because as I'm taking parts off, I kind of know how it all goes together. But there's every little bit of me that might forget. I can download an exploded drawing, right, from online. If anyone knows that, drop that into the comments. Or if you've got a link, send that on through, and then I can have a look at a bit more of an exploded drawing of this. When I got this, now these days instructions are all online, aren't they? You don't always get detailed drawings and instructions when you buy stuff. You have to go and find it online. And right, what am I doing? Popping these off. I need to get myself some proper tools. If you don't have the proper tools, you will end up just gnarling things up, and you do not want to do that. Okay, that's that one done, and let's do this one around here. Get the swash plate off. Well, push rods on the swash plate. That's that one there. Let's do this one around here. Slide that for two. And that whole thing should draw out. Nice, 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 nice. I'm spinning it around going, oh, look at that, it's bent. But yeah, I'm an idiot. Right, let's have a little look at this. Let me get these other arms off as well. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever be stripping it down this much. Let me put you back on video again. Battery's getting a little bit low. So while the battery's going low there, let's round this up, and then I'll make another little video coming back pretty soon. This is half an hour long, it's long enough, right? So I am down to this section at the minute. I'm going to check to make sure that is all flat and I haven't actually bent it, because if that's so, then I am going to have to get another one. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Whew. Wow, okay. I will, I'll bring you back in a bit. This will be a second video carrying on from here, because I've not got to the point where I'm editing videos or anything like that. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for pushing the like button. Thank you for the follows. And we'll get bigger, we'll get better. I'll see you again on the next one. Cheers now. Take care.